We are going to talk about a little trick we can use EMOMs to just improve your capacity for pull-ups. Hey guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe right there. Boom, like and subscribe. And I'm going to keep... Yeah. What's up, guys? Coach Dave here. I am on spring break at my cousin's house. As you can see, it's beautiful out here. It is a little windy, so I went ahead and put the windscreen on the microphone. Hopefully you can hear me, and it's not, you'll hear some wind chimes or some animals. There's all sorts of stuff, and but we're having fun. And it's spring break, so it's a little bit festive. I will be going back to the box tomorrow because they're gonna announce 24.3, and I have a feeling that today might be able to help you with that. If you like this type of content, guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe right there. Boom, like and subscribe, and I'm gonna keep putting it out. I want you to think about today. We are gonna talk about a little trick we can use EMOMs to just improve your capacity for pull-ups. I think that pull-ups are going to show up, some version, chin over, chest to bar, could even say bar muscle ups, will probably show up this week. That's just a guess, but even if it doesn't, at some point you're going to have to do pull-ups, right? It's CrossFit. And today's trick is going to take you from, how can you go from, hey man, I can do 2 in a row, or 3 chin over in a row, 3 chin over pull-ups in a row, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. I got to drop down. I start to look sloppy. I start to, pull too much or not kick enough, or my body's not. I'm going to assume that you know like the basics of the pull-up. I'm assuming that you kind of know how to do that. You know how to arch hollow, and then maybe even some of you are more competitive. You're starting to level up. You can butterfly, right? So let's say you're even to the point where you can do 1 or 2 butterflies. Let's say 2 butterflies, or 3, or 7. Right? You're a big dog. I can hit 7. I have some, I think KO hit, man, I can't remember what it was last year. It was a year ago, but it was probably like 62, butterflies in a row. We've had, up in the 70s sometimes. You don't need to be that. If you're in the 70s, it's more about repeatability, right? So what we like to do is, let's just say you can hit that good pull up, let's say kipping. You're at a level, you're a teen athlete, you're at a level where you can do, 3 to 5 kipping pull-ups in a row, right? You're still building that strength. We haven't quite hit where you can do the butterfly. Butterfly is a little more on your shoulder, a little more strain. You want to make sure that you're strong enough. So my pointers are, number 1, you should have strict pull-ups in your program. No matter what, at some point you should be doing some strict pull-ups because we need the strength, right? You should work on your technique. And most of the time people are good about that. Sometimes when people get things, oh, I got butterfly, they stop working their technique. You shouldn't stop. You still work your barbell technique no matter what. You want to keep working your pull-up technique. Whether it's butterfly, whether it's bar muscle up, still work your bar muscle up technique. A lot of people get that, oh, I got a bar muscle up, I don't have to do the technique drills anymore. No way. The best athletes still do the drills. So still do the drills, okay? Here we go. Incorporate strict pull-ups, no matter what you do your drills, and then let's incorporate this training tool, the EMOM, every minute on the minute, into our skill development. So let's say, for example, you have 3 pull-ups. You can do 3 kipping pull-ups in a row. 1, 2, 3. And you drop down and you're like, woo, that was a lot of work. It's not, your technique is not perfect. You're still working on that. We're trying to go arch hollow, get that explosive hip, and then push away at the top. All those key points, right? So from there, let's say, okay, I want to build that capacity. So how am I going to build that capacity? Let's do an EMOM. Let's say 5-minute EMOM, okay? So minute 1, I'm just going to do 3 pull-ups. And then I'm going to wait the whole 53 seconds or whatever it is to the next minute. I'm going to do 3 pull-ups. And I'm going to do 3 pull-ups. And I'm going to do 3 pull-ups. And this is how you know, guys, the beauty of that is, hey, I can do 3 pull-ups over and over and over with sufficient rest, right? So once you've hit that's like level 1. I can do 3 pull-ups no matter what. Now, okay, let's make it 4 pull-ups. Okay, so we bump it up. The next time we do this EMOM, say the following week. Let's say we're doing this once a week. Every Tuesday we're doing our pull-up EMOM, just so get better. Maybe you can do it twice a week. I would not recommend doing this every day. You don't want to do that. A lot of gymnastics schools and courses will teach you to have push day, pull day. You definitely need to have a day where you rest in between. Okay, I know some of you are teenagers out there. I coach a lot of teens. I know your body is very forgiving right now, but it doesn't matter. Like either way, make sure that you have that rest recovery day. And we also need to work the opposing muscle groups so that we create balance in our joints to avoid injury. I've seen so many people overwork one side and get injured because of that. You got to have the balance. So don't do these every day in a row. I'm doing them every day until I get 100 pull-ups. That's dumb. Don't do it. It's stupid. Do it, recover, rest, recover. Recovery is a part of training. Okay, so we're at 5, right? 5 minutes, I can do 3 pull-ups every minute for 5 minutes. Next week, the next week comes up, or maybe the end of this week. At the most, you should do this twice a week. For most people, once a week is great, okay? The next time we do it, the next week, on Tuesday, I'm gonna shoot for 4. So maybe I'm at a point like, boom, I get 4, I get 4, I get 4, and the last one I can only do 3. My grip's giving out, I'm gonna rip, okay. So the third week, I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm not gonna advance any pull-ups until I can do the whole 5-minute EMOM where I hit 4 reps every minute, okay? So then from there, let's say we gradually build up and over several weeks, we get to where we can do 6 or 7. Right? I can do 6 pull-ups every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. That's pretty good. So now I'm at a point where maybe I can shorten my rest time. So what if I went every 30 seconds? Now I've been 6 weeks doing this. I can do 6 or 7 every minute on the minute. I'm gonna go to, okay, now I'm gonna go back down to 3. I'm gonna go back down to 3 and do 3 at the top of the minute and 3 at 30 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, drop. Rest, it's 30 seconds, 1, 2, 3. So this way I'm getting 6 every minute still, right? But it's 2 sets, okay? And I'm gonna do that for 5 minutes, okay? So that's 10 sets. And then I'm gonna add to that. Let's say I hit it all every round. Okay, guess what? Now I'm gonna go 4 and 4, because that's 8 all of a sudden, right? I get 8 in the minute in 2 sets. 4 at the 0 mark, 4 at the 30-second mark. Make sense, guys? Then I'm gonna do that the next minute. Now, what if I can do it for 3 minutes in a row and then I can't? I gotta stay at that number, guys. I'm gonna stay at that number till I can do whatever that number is. If it's 4 and 4, the whole entire time. Because that's 10 sets now, right? We're doubling the sets. If I can do 8 in a minute, that's 80 pull-ups in 5 minutes, okay? Now I'm starting to become pretty good at pull-ups. That's gonna take some time. Right? That's not going to happen in a week or 2 weeks. You're going to have to gradually build up to that. So if we're assuming that you're at a point where you can do 3 kipping pull-ups, let's just keep it at the EMOM. 3. I know the rest sucks. I know, guys. I know it's terrible. Then I got to rest a whole 50 seconds. It's okay. Don't do burpees. Don't do anything. Just sit there. Where our goal right now for this one thing is pull-ups. Okay? You're gonna gradually get up. It works the same if you're doing butterfly. Let's say you're at a point where you can do 2 butterfly. All right, I'm gonna do 2 butterfly, then I'm gonna go boom, next minute 2, build it up. And then I'm trying to build it up. Got it? I have had athletes that did 5s. They did 5 at the 0 mark and 5 at the 30-second mark for 5 minutes, which is 10 rounds. That's 50 pull-ups, 50 butterfly chest to bar pull-ups in 5 minutes. And then guess what? When we go into the WOD, then you know, and you can adjust that either way. Okay, you can say, I'm just gonna stick with the EMOM so I get more rest. I just wanna build my capacity where I can go to 7, 8, 10. Normally after 10, we don't have to do this drill anymore. We can just build that capacity. Okay, now I'm gonna do it in sets. I'm gonna do a set of 10, and then I'm gonna rest 30 seconds. Now, it doesn't have to be an EMOM. I like EMOMs a lot because it takes your brain out of it. You have to start at a specific time. And a lot of times, CrossFitters, particularly teen CrossFitters, can be overthinkers, and we start to think. If we have too much time, we think too much. This is why I get a lot of people that will PR on their EMOMs or whatever, because you don't have time to think. Let's go. I'm going to do another video that talks about how amazing EMOMs are and how versatile they are in training. But for this one, we're just saying EMOM to blow your pull-ups up, right? Minute 1, 3 pull-ups, 5 pull-ups, whatever that number is. Minute 2, same thing. We want to be consistent. Every round, we want to get that same number. 5 pull-ups, 5 pull-ups, 5 pull-ups, 5 pull-ups. Got it? Then the next time, once we hit a point, all right, I don't need this much rest. I can try to do it every 30 seconds. Okay, and at some point, that number is going to be too big for you to go, you're going to be able to do 25 in a row. Great. It's going to take some time, but pretty quick, your capacity for pull-ups will get better. And that's that you're talking, I'm working on this for 5 minutes, right? You warm up, you're just working your pull-ups for 5 minutes. That's it. And then they're there. You have to have strength. Obviously, your body weight, the heavier you are, is going to have an effect. So you have to have that strength proportional to your body weight, Gymnastics is always easier for folks when you're a little bit lighter, right? So maybe we need to look at our nutrition, as well. But the key is in 5 minutes, once or twice a week, your pull-ups will blow through the roof over probably a month. A month, 2 months, you're going to be doing pull-ups like nobody's business. You will quickly become the pull-up champ. Okay, and so you can see some of the examples on these. It's really simple. Like I said, start with an EMOM, 5 minutes. Don't go crazy. Rome wasn't built in a day. We're not trying to build it in a day. We're trying to build it over a month, 2 months, 3 months, right? Think about that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy your spring break. I got some mad gear. I got coffee cups. We got some t-shirts. We got all sorts of things. And that EMOM program we talked about is we have a capacity cycle where we do barbell cycling, which you might have seen some of those videos, and if you haven't, you should go and watch them. But we also include those EMOMs into that cycle. So definitely, I'll run a link at the bottom. I'll give you a discount. You can check it out, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your spring break, and the Open's almost over, and then it's on to quarterfinals for some of you. And for those of you who are not going to quarterfinals, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. It's time to get strong. Yeah, get strong. That's number one. It's going to make everything easier because the best athletes, with a few exceptions, some of you are probably on the strong end and we need to work other things. Most of you guys are not strong enough. You need to get stronger, and that's what you do in the off season. That's going to help all your skills. I'm not saying not to do CrossFit. I'm saying we incorporate that, and I'll tell you how to do that in the next video. Anyway, guys, rock and roll. I hope your Open is amazing, and I hope you have a great spring break. I'm going to jump in the pool and have a margarita. Rock and roll. Don't forget to subscribe, guys.